Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Future Dimensions 360. As you guys know, in our last tutorial, we had talked about set states in detail, and we had created a component and we had handled different type of state setting methods. In today's tutorial, we will be talking about destructing of state and destructing of props. Let me go ahead and tell you why it is important, how you can use it. So, for example, I have it's the same project that we are using normally before. So I had uncommented three different component. One is counter that we did last time, then welcome, and then greet counter. So let's go ahead and see our counter component is a class-based component. Then greet is a functional component, and then the last one is, for example, welcome component is our uh, class-based component. I'll try to help you out to do destructuring. So what actually destructuring is? Let's go ahead and first check it out in in functional component. So as you guys see here, I am seeing props.name, props.location. So always I have to embed props by a word behind the calling of any variable, any function. I will pass as a props from the parent component. So I want to get rid of this props name. So if I want to get rid of this props name, what I will do is I will use destructuring method of React to fetch out all the parameters and functions into variables in the child component. How we can do that? There is there are two ways in functional component. The one of them is just inside the greet component round brackets, you have to remove the props and pass curly braces. Inside curly braces, just write the name of the parameters that you are passing from the parent component. Like for example, in my case in greet, I am passing name and location. So I will add like location, name and comma location. Okay. That's it. This is the very first way to destructure your props. And in the JSX, you have to remove your props now. Very simple, very easy. Let's go ahead and check it in our browser if it works or no. Saying props is not defined, line number 7. Where is it? Here. I will say like, let me just remove this for the meantime. And as you guys see, like I'm receiving props very normally. Greet from Abdullah at college. See, this is the greet component. I'm passing from here Abdullah and college. So this is the first way to destructure the props. In the second way, how I can destructure the props is I will keep the name as it is props. Okay. Here I should say const, and I will just curly braces, write curly braces, and then name comma location and equals to, I'll say props. That's it. This is the second way to destructure the props. You can get the props inside the parameter same as it is, and in the after going on into the curly braces of your function, you can declare the props as const and then just fetch all those props from the props parameters. Hit save and go ahead. See, it's working very fine, very normal. So in these two ways, you can get rid of props by embedding that behind the variable or function what you are getting as props in functional component. Let's go ahead and check it out how it will work in class-based components. In the class-based component, this is our class-based component. You have to go inside the render method, and inside the render method you have to do same thing what you had done in functional component. You can do const and then curly braces and then name comma location, and then you have to write this dot props same as you are writing here, this dot prop. So now you don't need to write this dot props inside JSX. You can directly use the names. In this way you can get rid of this dot props from class based component. Go ahead and see welcome from Ali at office is appearing very fine. So this is the way to destructure the props inside the class-based components. Let's go ahead and tell you how to destructure the state inside the inside the class-based component. So we are in the counter component. Here we have one state named as counter. So you can do is you have to go inside the render function, and inside the render function you can same do const, and then you can do curly braces and you can write counter as it is I told you, and here this dot state instead of props. So now don't need to use this dot state. You don't need to embed this dot state behind the counter variable. Hit save and let's go see that the counter 0 is appearing. So this is very normal, very easy how to destructure the props, how to destructure the state inside your class based component and functional based component. That's it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys like it. Please don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.